The third quarterback taken in the 2020 NFL Draft was Justin Herbert going to the Los Angeles Chargers at pick 6. And I know he was the third quarterback taken. He was my third rated quarterback. But I have a feeling that Justin Herbert has the best chance to having success out of any of these quarterbacks. He may not be the most talented. Like I said, he was my third rated quarterback. I had Joe Burrow ranked ahead of him. I had Tua Tagovailoa ranked ahead of him. But I personally think he's going into the best situation out of any of these quarterbacks in this draft. Reason one, his weapons. If you look at the weapons that Justin Herbert has, he has the best weapons out of any of the quarterbacks taken. Keenan Allen, Hunter Henry, Mike Williams, just those three. Those are better than anybody. It's better than what the Dolphins have. It's better than what the Bengals have. It's better than what the Packers have. Herbert comes in, when Herbert was at Oregon, he didn't have weapons. He didn't have Jamar Chase or Terrence Marshall or Clyde Edwards-Helaire like Burrow did. He didn't have Jalen Waddell, Devontae Smith, Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy. He had guys. And now he gets to go to a situation where he has an all-pro level receiver in Keenan Allen. I mean, Keenan Allen isn't A.J. Green like Joe Burrow has, but A.J. Green's also been hurt and rumored to be traded. Keenan Allen's not going anywhere. Hunter Henry is one of the better young tight ends in the NFL. Mike Williams is an ascending player. Another guy that's not an elite level guy, but is a better number 2 receiver than anybody else on this list. Another positive thing about Justin Herbert is he's going to a run-oriented team. The Chargers want to run the ball. And they've got Anthony Lynn as their head coach, who's a former running backs coach. They want to run the ball. They've got a strong run-blocking offensive line. They've got Austin Eckler, who's another weapon for him in the passing game, but a guy that's shown that he can have success. They drafted a couple guys. They've got backs that can run the ball. So when Justin Herbert is in there, he is not going to be forced to sit back there and throw the ball 50 times. They're going to be run-oriented. It reminds me a lot of maybe what Josh Allen was going into when he went to Buffalo. And when Josh Allen was a guy that was very polarizing, just like Justin Herbert, when he came out of the draft a few years ago, went to a perfect situation in the Bills where a strong defense, run-oriented team, he's just got to take shots downfield, use his athleticism. I think Herbert is in a very similar situation. The Los Angeles Chargers have an elite defense. Bosa, Ingram. They Kenneth Murray in the middle of the defense. They drafted Jerry Tillery last year in the first round. They've got Derwin James. They got good corners. The defense is elite. Now you've got a strong running game. You've got weapons. When he's in there, he doesn't have to go in and like I said, throw the ball 50 times and carry this team on his back. He can hand the ball off. He can, distribute the ball, get the ball out quick. When he was at Oregon, when he was able to just kind of get the ball out quick, he had a lot of success and then be able to take shots down the field. Now, some of the things about him, he is a little slow processing. When you watch him on tape, he does sometimes have to see the guy get open and maybe a little bit slower getting the ball out than you would like, especially on downfield routes or certain things. But the thing is he doesn't have to start. They want the rumor coming into the draft was Anthony. They're not set on having to draft a quarterback with the 6th pick. They could go offensive line. They could. They got Tyrod Taylor, who Anthony Lynn loves. Had him in Buffalo. They can count on him for being a multiple year starter. Now, Justin Herbert's going to start at some point. He's eventually going to start, I think, by mid-season, maybe later on. He's going to start. It wouldn't shock me if he was the starter day one, but I don't think they have to. They can have Tyrod Taylor, a guy that's been in, helped a team get to the playoffs. He can be that starter initially. Let Herbert develop. Maybe he can improve on some of those, his reading the defense and that learning behind Taylor. And eventually get in. And then, like I said, have that Josh Allen type of effect where they can use him as a runner. They can, take shots down the field. Herbert's got a strong arm. He can show good accuracy, when he needs to, especially getting the ball out quick. And I think he has a lot of chances to have success. Now, my worry with Justin Herbert and the Chargers is, he has some work to do, and the Chargers really don't have an offensive coaching staff that just kind of blows you away of, hey, they're going to completely develop this guy as a quarterback. Pep Hamilton was just signed to be their quarterback's coach. Pep Hamilton, when he was in Chicago, wasn't developing quarterbacks. When he was with Michigan as Jim Harbaugh's offensive coordinator, their quarterback play was not very good. I'm not I don't believe in Pep Hamilton as a guy that can develop quarterbacks. That worries me. Anthony Lynn is a running backs coach. They don't have, a lot of these quarterbacks that we've seen that have success, they have a lot of quarterbacks in their coaching staff. Look at what the Eagles had several years ago when Carson Wentz was drafted. They had Doug Peterson, who was a, quarterbacks guy. They had LaFleur was there, or DiFilippo was there, Frank Reich was there. They had those three guys, Peterson, Reich, and DiFilippo, all three, head coach, offensive coordinator, and quarterbacks coach that were all three quarterback guys. Justin Herbert maybe has one. And so that kind of worries me a little bit. But he doesn't have to start day one. He doesn't have to come in and carry this team on his back. And that's why I think with that defense, with these weapons, with their run-oriented game style, I think he has the best chance to succeed out of any of these quarterbacks.